Good evening, Saints. I wanted to come to you and tell you a little bit of information about how we're going to move forward with our services and put out a little more information about some questions that have been asked. It's just too much to try to put on our GroupMe app, so I wanted to go ahead and just do another video, let Brother Scott upload it to our Facebook Live page. First of all, I want to say what wonderful, beautiful services we've had. The Lord's blessed. So many people are watching, sharing, liking. It's just been wonderful. For those of you who have joined our services, thank you so much. God bless your hearts. We know it's a tough time for all of us, but we want you to know we're praying for you. And hopefully, if you're in the local area and you've been watching, please come and visit us when this is all over. We would just absolutely love to see you face to face. And so, also wanted to thank all those that God has gifted in such a rich, special way to be able to make all this happen. I pray God's special blessings on them. For our congregation coming together as a whole, being understanding in the decisions that have had to been made, to make sure that we, continue as we originally talked about doing our citizen Christian duty that we have to our fellow neighbors. And I just appreciate everybody's being compliant, being long-suffering, being loving, kind, the GroupMe texts that have went out, the encouraging messages and the pictures and the photos. It's been wonderful, just such a blessing. So thank God for what he's doing. Things are changing a little bit because of the virus. There are some shelter-in-place orders going forth here in North Carolina. There's 3 counties that have been issued shelter-in-place orders. And we're just going to try to prepare for that in the event that the state goes statewide with the shelter in place. So Brother Scott Whitehead and I talked, and one of the things that we're going to try to do is we're going to continue with services tonight, Facebook Live, the way they are. Our youth is doing the services tonight, so you want to log into that. You want to be in that service. It's going to be a great service. They're such a huge part of our worship. It's just they do an amazing job. We're so proud of them. And so we're thankful that they're doing the services tonight. Appreciate the youth leaders and everyone who's worked and helped with them. So be watching tonight. It's going to be a blessing. I'm not sure that we'll be able to do Facebook Live on Sunday. If the shelter-in-place order is instilled, then we're going to have to make some changes. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to do some pre-recorded messages. So for instance, I may record a message. One of the other brothers may record a message. That'll be uploaded. And then we're going to pre-record some songs, an opening song, and that'll be uploaded as well onto our Facebook page, and you'll be able to log on Sunday morning, same time, and see all that. It'll just be pre-recorded. We are going to, even if there is no stand-in-place or shelter-in-place order this Sunday night, the service will be a little bit different. If we go with Facebook Live, if we're able to, then we're going to do a interactive Bible study. So we're going to present a topic, teach on the topic, and then we're going to allow people to make comments or ask questions via the chat portion of Facebook Live. And so we'll have somebody reading back those comments and reading back the questions. So I think it'll be really interesting. I hope you guys will log in for that for Sunday night. Even if we do go with the shelter in place, we will continue to possibly do the interactive Bible study on Sunday nights. We want to see how this one goes first. If it goes well, then we will definitely continue to do that. So it'll be different topics on Sunday nights. We'll continue to have a variety of different speakers, even though it may go to pre-recorded. And so we are going to, even if there's a shelter in place, we're going to do our best to continue to try to spread the gospel as best we can through this technology that God's provided us with. And we are truly, truly grateful to him for that. A couple more things. A couple of the saints have asked, how do I pay my tithe? I'm not being able to pay my tithe. So Brother Scott Whitehead is going to be uploading an app on, or not uploading the app, but putting the information about the Tithely app on our Facebook Live page. So you'll be able to see that within the next couple of days. Also, we're going to be getting a P.O. box at the post office. And so you'll be able, for those of you who aren't technically savvy like me, you'll actually be able to mail your tithe into that P.O. box, and then that P.O. box will be checked once a week. We'll be providing you with that P.O. box or address tomorrow. Brother Rob's going to be setting that up. And so we're just going to set it up for 6 months. I think that's the minimum that you can get a P.O. box for, just to be able to get through this crisis for those who aren't able, to get out and they want to pay their tithe. So please remember to do that if you can, because we still have bills coming in. The other thing is, as far as the singing goes and how we've tried to group people and let everybody be involved, if we do have to go, if the shelter-in-place order is instilled, then what we're going to do is we're going to let Brother Scott just take care of the singing. So he may be calling you and say, hey, can you pre-record congregational? Can you pre-record a special? This can be done on your cell phones. Don't worry about how to do it. Brother Scott's going to call you, let you know how to do it, tell you what to do as far as how to send it and everything else, and then he's going to be uploading it on his end. So I want to thank the Lord for how he's blessing. God answered a huge prayer for me this week that he knows about. I'm thankful for that. Please remember the Clark family in prayer, if you would. And we need to pray for our nation, that God would just help us to continue to be a light, to be a city set on a hill, to help those that are hurting and those that are still afraid and scared. And remember that I believe that God is using this to sow a seed, that when this is over, and it will pass. When this is over, there are going to be people who are really contemplative about where they're at in life. And at that point, we need to be ready to water that seed that's being planted. Also, we need to be ready to go into the fields and harvest and be ready to do as Jesus said when he stood over the fields and he said they're white and ready to be harvested, but the laborers are few. So God help us to be the laborers that we need to be. Y'all have done a wonderful job. The post, the group me text, we're staying encouraged. Keep encouraging each other. Keep that stuff going out. Looking forward to the interactive Bible study on Sunday night. I think that'll be great. So everybody's doing wonderful. This thing's going to change and soon. So stay encouraged. Stay blessed. Keep your eyes on Jesus. And we hope and pray that our ministry will continue to bless you. We ask if you've been in our services through this technology, you live in the local area, we would love for you when this is over to come out and visit us. We're just pilgrims and strangers passing through a strange land, trying to get as many as we can to travel home with us. So we love and appreciate each and every one of you. Let's continue to pray for each other. And Lord willing, we'll be back together soon. God bless.